In this video, I'm gonna go over exactly what it takes for any man over the age of 30 to get in the absolute best shape of your life. Probably better than you've ever thought possible. I'm talking about the chiseled abs. I'm talking about the huge biceps. I'm talking about getting well above 200 pounds. I'm talking about your ideal physique. And that's the 5 things that I'm gonna be talking about in this video. So the first thing I wanna talk about is you have to be obsessed. So many times I see people and they'll come to me and they'll say, I want to, lose a little bit of body fat. No, you have to be obsessed with becoming this version of you. Now, when I say obsessed, it's something that you constantly think about. Like you wake up in the morning and you're excited to eat the quality food that you need to eat because you know it's going to get that body. You're so obsessed that it's something that's always on your mind. It's not the first day you start, yeah, you're excited, but after that it fades. No, every single day, the obsession becomes stronger. And the obsession becomes stronger because you're constantly thinking about what you're going to look like, what you're going to feel like, how people are going to look at you. You're visualizing when you walk into rooms, like people stopping what they're doing to look at the physique that you built. So over time, this obsession that you build up over this physique, and it no longer becomes a physique. It becomes, you start visualizing the man that you're going to become, that you have to become. You start thinking about when you go to the gym, like, as you're doing your reps, what would that version of you do? How hard would they go on their reps? How much time would they spend in? So like the process that it takes, the inputs that you have to do every single day, whether it's getting up early to get after it. And I say getting up early, not because getting up early is a requirement for getting in the absolute best shape of your life. I say getting up early because you're going to have to make some sacrifices. Most of you guys, you have other responsibilities. You may have an old lady, you may have a wife, you have kids, you have a job, maybe you run a business. Those are responsibilities that you still have to do. You can't just let them go because you made this decision to get in the best shape of your life. So you're going to have to find time. There has to be this obsession that like, I'm going to get up earlier so I can do the things that I need to do and not neglect my old lady and not neglect my job and not neglect my business or whatever it might be. Because saying you don't have enough time is unacceptable. Like that doesn't make any sense. We all have 24 hours in a day. Saying you don't have enough time, that's not going to get you any closer. That's not going to get you where you need to be. And you're not like, if you say you don't have enough time, you're screwed because you can't get any more time. So you have to develop this obsession with becoming this person, obsession with doing the work, obsession with fueling your body with exactly what it needs. Take this right here. I was just in a dead sleep. It's 2:40 in the morning, but I woke up, had the idea. I'm like, I need to put this out here. I need to make this video right now. Why? Because my ultimate goal is to help as many men as possible. I could have just rolled over and said like, nah, I'll just do it in the morning. The reason I'm in my garage right now is because I would have woke up everybody in my house. My wife probably is going to come out that door and be like, what are you doing? It's an obsession. My obsession is to help as many people as possible. Number 2, you have to be an outlier. You have to be willing to go against the grain. You have to be willing to do things other people, quite frankly, aren't willing to do. Once you go down this journey to build this body, to become this man, people are going to look at you like you're crazy. Why? Because you're going to have to do things that other people aren't willing to do. Look around. Go out in public and look around. Look what everybody else looks like. They don't look like that because of genetics. They look like that because of the lifestyle that they live. What does that mean? The activity and the things that they do on a regular basis has built those bodies. So if you're building the ultimate physique, the ultimate specimen, the top 1% of the 1%, everybody wants abs, but more, and you've heard this before, there's more millionaires than people that have abs. Think about how crazy that is. You have to be an outlier. You can't be afraid of what other people are going to say. You have to be willing to put in more effort than everybody else is putting in. You have to be the one that's willing to go to the restaurants and have the discipline to say no when everybody else is enjoying themselves, when everybody else is drinking on the weekends, when everybody else is going out on the weekends. You're going to bed early because you know your body needs to get the rest. You're going to bed early because you know you have to get up early because you still got to work on the weekends. You have to be willing to just not care what other people think. Because when you're on your journey, people are going to say, you look good already. Like, you don't need to go to the gym. You don't, like, come on, have a drink with us. Like, hang with the boys. Come watch the game. No, because you have an obsession for becoming different than everybody else. You have to be willing to stand out. You have to be willing to do what other people, they just aren't willing to put the work in. Everybody says they want it, but the fact of the matter is their actual actions aren't in alignment. Everybody wants abs. Every single man on planet Earth wants incredible biceps. These are things that every man wants. I don't care what they tell you out of their mouth. That's what they want. They want to have that V taper that goes in. They want to have a nice chest. No one wants boobs. No one wants man boobs. Nobody wants that. That's the reason why, you go to the pool or you go to the beach in the summer and 80% of the people have their shirt on. 80% of the men still have their shirt on. They're sweating, they're hot, but they still have the shirt on. Why? They got man boobs. It's embarrassing. And then you have the other 20% or whatever it is. Yeah, they got their shirts off, but they just don't care anymore. They're to the point they don't care. So you have to be willing to just defy what everybody else is doing. Defy what the mainstream tells you is okay. The mainstream media is going to tell you, oh, it's dad bod. Yeah, it's dad bod. Yeah, dad bod. That's awesome. No, it's not. Those are people that have accepted, well, I guess this is the best I can get, and that's their reality. That can't be your reality. Number 3, you got to be unwilling to settle. Most people over the age of 30, getting into their 40s, they've settled. They've given up on going after their dreams. They've given up. They've settled. You have to be unwilling to settle. That can't even be something that you contemplate. You're not willing to settle until you get exactly what you set out for. That has to be your mindset. Every single day, you get up, you look in the mirror, you're obsessed. And because you're obsessed, you're unwilling to settle for what you have. You're unwilling to settle for your current situation. That doesn't mean you hate your current situation. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I'm grateful. I have gratitude for where I am, but I'm unwilling to settle for that. There's no way God put you on planet Earth to be mediocre. I don't believe that. There's no way. I don't believe that. That's our puny little brain trying to justify and do life the way we want to do life. God didn't put us here for that. God put us here to do our absolute best, to glorify Him. That's not wrong sitting around, being lazy, gluttony, eating too much. That's human behavior. That's not excellence. You have to be unwilling to settle. Number 4, you have to be passionate about the work. You have to be passionate about putting in the work. So many times I go to the gym and I just see people going through the motions. They think, well, because I came to the gym, I'm going to get the results. No. Congratulations. You came to the gym. Now put in the work. In no other realm of your life does just showing up get you the prize. Imagine if you showed up to work and you're like, I'm here. Oh, 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 Tywin showed up. Let's pay him more. Matter of fact, let's pay him like we pay no one else. That doesn't make any sense. But yet, you go to the gym and put in work like everybody else is putting in work, but yet you want to develop this body of the 1% of the 1%. I mean, help me understand how that makes sense. So you have to develop this passion to put into work. You become excited. Like when you walk in the gym, it's like, let's go. Let's go. Because you understand this is what develops the man that you're working towards every single day. You put in work in the gym, you're one step closer. You develop this passion, this excitement to fuel your body with exactly what it needs. So as you're as you're meal prepping, as you're getting ready, as you're cutting up your chicken, as you're cooking your rice, as you're putting your veggies out, you're getting excited because yes, you're cutting up chicken. Yes, you're going through the mundane routine of meal prepping and doing what you do every single week. Your brain, your mind is not there. Your mind is thinking about, man, how it's going to feel when for the very first time, I'm talking about you go to the pool and you're so excited to just rip off your shirt because of all the hard work you've put in. Because when everybody else was at the bar or hanging with the boys or eating craziness, you were disciplined. You were willing to do what every other man wasn't willing to do. That makes you better than them. So you just get this passion for becoming better. You understand how your old lady is going to look at you when you say, babe, I'm about to get in the best shape of my absolute life. Now, she's heard you say this multiple times, but this time you followed through. This time you complete the process. This time you see it out. What does that do for one's confidence? What does that do for one's belief? So again, you become passionate about putting in the work, not because of putting in the work, because of who you're going to become. That's what you get excited about. That's what's driving this deep-seated passion for becoming a better man. And I feel truly we all have this yearning to become the best version of ourselves, but most people just don't know how to achieve that. Like if you've made it this far in the video, like I already know you're that type of man. I remember specifically being at a time in my life where I knew where I wanted to go. I knew where I was supposed to go. I knew the type of man I was supposed to be, but there was this gap between where I currently was and where I needed to get. And I didn't know how to cross that gap. I didn't know how to get across that divide. That's why I'm giving you this. This is where this stuff comes from. I've been on this journey. I know what it's like being on the other side, understanding you have all of this potential. You have all of this built up anger and frustration because you know you're not living up to the man that you're supposed to be, but you know deep within you, somewhere within you, there's a better version of you. You're just stuck. You're just stuck trying to figure out how to make this happen, how to go from where you currently are to where you want to be. The gap seems so big and void and dark, but something inside of you knows you can do better. Number 5, you have to be resilient. You're going to hit obstacles. There's going to be things that don't go your way. You're going to fall on your face. You're going to make mistakes. That's part of the process. It's normal. So you have to be resilient. You have to be one of those men who get punched in their face, knocked down, and then you get back up. Not only do you just get back up, you shrug it off and come back even harder the next time. Because now you understand. Okay, got you. That's how we gonna do that? Bet that won't happen again. And that's how you take on adversity. That's how you think about those obstacles. Most men, they quit. As soon as they face any friction, they quit. Man, I'm sore from coming to the gym. Of course you're sore. I've been going to the gym for decades and I still get sore. I still get nagging injuries. You know, one of the things that I don't do, I don't quit. I don't say, oh, my back's sore, I can't go to the gym. That's not an option. I don't know, man. I feel like I tweaked something in my shoulder. I don't know. I'm gonna take a week off or so. For what? To set yourself back? To regress instead of and make progress? That doesn't, like, in my head, that doesn't even compute. Someone that's resilient, they're going to find another way. They're going to figure something out. They're not going to just stop, because stopping stops momentum. It slows down the time between where you are and who you want to be. And because of your obsession, that's unacceptable. You have to be resilient. You cannot listen to what other people say. Other people are going to try to hold you back. A lot of times it's going to be the people closest to you. It can't matter. You have to be resilient. These are the 5 things that I feel that you need to go from where you are to where you should be. The ultimate version of you. Not just physically on the outside, but when you build this version of you. And I say build because you don't get this. A lot of people say, I want to get in shape. You don't get in shape. You have to earn that. You have to build it. So once you build this version of you, every aspect of your life gets better. Hopefully you guys got some value from this video. I'm going back into bed. See you guys on the next one.